Okay, down at the garden, starting on the fence, kind of. Tomorrow, as I understand it, we've managed to get a trailer sorted out and we're going into town to get stuff for various projects, one of which is the posts. We've got the, you've seen on a previous video, we've got the fencing. So what I need to do today is, with the rains everything's exploded. I mean the garden looks tidy inside, but I need to mark out where the fence is going to go for my own really benefit later on. Put the corner posts in. I've got some stakes, I've got some paint, got a 100-metre tape measure and a strimmer, and I need to measure it all out. And the rough idea is on this side pretty much as it was. I might leave room to add one more set or two more sets of beds along that side. Certainly along here as it is. Pop, I think here to go up and round the compost, as opposed to around the compost here. I'm not sure, because I had the idea of kind of having a bigger compost bay here. I don't know. Incorporate this section here where the pumpkins are, because actually that was ploughed originally. There is a gully line down here which you can only see. You'll fall down and break your ankle. So yeah, and then up the top I might incorporate a bit more just for future use. Whether I get this re-tilled, I don't know at the moment. I might tarp it, and then I don't mind tilling stuff for the first time. I have no problem with that at all. I'm not that much of a no-dig zealot. And then yeah, we'll see. But once it's inside the fence, it's kind of secure from pigs, wild pigs, measured talker, and deers, steer, and it's safe, and then we can do with it what we want. That's the basic idea. So I'm going to get on with that, and then I know I've got 150 metres of fence, which in theory it should be more than enough, because this perimeter, the old perimeter, is 100 metres, and I'm not really, it doesn't matter how deep it is or long, it's how much extra. That's not going to be an extra 50 metres, so I think we'll be okay. Okay, exciting news. The wood's turned up that we needed. So there's fence posts, well the start of only 20 there. The OSB board to finish the chicken shed and do a door for the firewood shed. And the boards to do the mudroom as well in the corridor have turned up there, and some other bits over there. So there's about 3 or 4 projects to be getting on with. But I'm going to do a bit more on the chicken shed to get that going, because then we can get the chickens in, if we can find some, and get on with that. Just picking the first sweet corn for some supper tonight, I think. It's really nice and fat, so I'm guessing it's really. That looks good to me. Yeah, super. Pleased with that. I'm stood on the border with Estonia. Estonia is on this side, Latvia is on that side. And we've come back to the beach today because today is the last day of summer according to the weather. It's been about 30 today. Tomorrow there's going to be a big thunderstorm, and then the temperature's going to go down to about 3 degrees at night. So yeah, we took advantage of the fact it's the last day, and yeah. And on the Estonian side is like a, I don't know, it's like a bird reserve or something. Interesting. Here's that patch of comfrey that I planted, or I can't think when it was now. Not long ago, but you can see from little pieces of root how it's come up. You can see that we've mulched it with some grass clippings, and we've had this weed, well it is a weed, but I don't know what it is, come up as well. But yeah, really healthy growth from those tiny pieces of root. So we'll have a nice new patch of comfrey next year. Just come out into the greenhouse. We had the storm overnight. It was thunder and lightning that woke us up about 2 o'clock, 3 AM, something like that. Yeah, and that's passed, but the temperature dropped now, and you know it's the last week. I mean, it's looking a bit of a sorry sight in here, but it is what it is. And as is always the case here, we need to now encourage these plants to ripen their last fruits, and so we can make the most. I can't remember if I said earlier in the year we had a nightmare with our tomato plants. Most of them died, and so earlier on the seedlings. So a lot of these are donated. There wouldn't be varieties that we've grown and know that work, and some have been hit with some disease. But nevertheless, we've enjoyed tomatoes. Peppers have done really well. Peppers are all our own, and you can see how healthy they look. And we just need those fruits to ripen up really now. I think I saw the yellow one at the back there, and one down here somewhere. So yeah, we've enjoyed lots of peppers. There's always next year, as we say, there's always next year. This plant's doing well. But it's too late now. Nothing will pollinate now and give us any fruit, so we just need to make the most of what we've got left. Similar story in the other greenhouse. Lots of fruit ripening up now. We often end up with some green tomatoes, which we make green chutney with, or something. The marigolds have done well in here, although they're a bit too tall. But anyway, lots of fruit to be picked. It's been pouring down rain all day, and temperatures are expected to go down to 3 or 5 degrees during the evenings here at night. So yeah, when autumn's hit, and actually the trees are still really green. They're not dropping any leaves yet. The hugelkultur, some sunflowers. There should be some other seeds in there somewhere. Yeah. Oh, these are Jerusalem artichokes, and they only flower in the autumn. They just started now. We need to. We might dig a load of these up and sell them if people are interested in Latvia in their own tapanams. Tubers to start their own, and watch this space. Lots of progress with the chicken shed, as I said earlier in the video. The wood arrived, and so I got straight onto it, making all the front. There's the nest boxes, all the sides are on now, and the door. We couldn't put the wire on the side until this little coop was made. All the roof's been sealed. Certainly what is over, shouldn't be any water leaks. Doesn't look like it. That's good. So we'll do the deep litter method in here. Very thick bottom, even though it's been sealed. Yeah. That'll be done soon, and we'll be able to start putting the wires on, and we've already started looking for chickens. A bit late in the year, but it is what it is. Just popped out into the garden. It still looks quite productive. Well, it is still quite productive, very productive. But the problem now is with the temps. These beans, we really need these to form pods and firm beans to ripen, so that we can then dry them upstairs. but I don't know if they're going to get there before the first frost comes. The first frost could be this week, and we're stuffed if that's the case. We could put some covers over there, but I don't know whether it'll be enough. Yeah, some pods are looking good. These fine beans, I think I raved about them in last week's. Still, that's from one bush, second third picking. Still going strong, which is brilliant. They've been a real success story this year. We'll have to wait and see on the other ones. These creation beans in the second row were brilliant last year. Gave us lots of dry beans, and those fire tongue bolotto beans likewise. So we'll just have to wait and see how we fare with the weather. But everything else is looking very wet after the storm and a bit drab. I don't like this time, but it should be a bit warmer tomorrow. Well, less rain anyway. But it's where, you know, everything's starting to go downhill. All a bit depressing, but anyway, it is what it is, and we can only look forward to next year. Cut flowers still doing well, and hopefully when Nora, our daughter, goes back to school on the 1st, which is Thursday. Traditional here in Latvia that children take flowers on the first day for their teacher. She'll be able to take a selection of these sunflowers and other bits and bobs. Rudbeckia, can't remember the name of these, but they look lovely. And for the teacher to enjoy. Another bucket full of those fine green beans, Finisia. Fantastic croppers, fantastic.